today I wanted to share my Gary Vaynerchuk story. So this past year, probably since about February, I was looking to get into something new, do something fun. A lot of stuff I'd been doing business, entrepreneurship wise had felt just boring and unfun and serious. And I'm like, you know what? I kind of had this idea of doing motovlogging because I love motorcycles. I love riding sport bikes. I have a sport bike. I like to ride a lot. And I've been a content creator for years. And I was like, why don't I just do the motovlog thing, right? Like, why not? For many years, I didn't want to do it because I wanted to just ride, just have fun, right? But then I started to feel really comfortable riding, and I'm like, okay, this is to the point now where I feel like I can talk and ride at the same time and not be all distracted. So I started looking for ideas, and I'm like, who to follow, right? To start this new brand, this new stuff on social media. And I knew I was going to focus on YouTube because that's just the best place to post motovlogs. And I thought of Gary Vaynerchuk, and I'm like, oh yeah, like he has all these books. And back in the day, he actually used to rub me the wrong way. And I really didn't care for his like abrasive style, and I didn't like his brashness and his just over the top a little bit. And he really cursed a lot in his earlier days. And so I didn't listen to his content, but years ago, like 2014, I had read Crush It. And that book was super inspiring. So when I read Crush It, I was like, this guy really, is inspiring. I love his book. I don't love him per se, but I love his book. And that was the first book I thought of when I'm looking to create this new brand and I want to start motovlogging. And so I read that one again, bought it, read it again, and decided to buy like all of his books. And it was perfect timing because his newest book, Day Trading Attention, had just come out, or it was on pre-order. And it was like, I think 2 months out or something like that. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get his new book. Why not? It sounds like it's just up my alley of what I need to learn on social media and how to get views and all that stuff. So I pre-ordered the book. I ended up getting it super early. I think it came on a Sunday, which who knows, right? And his book was so impactful, Day Trading Attention, that I started to apply. I'd read a few pages and I'd get ideas and I'd start to apply them, and then I was getting results. So my new motovlogging channel on YouTube, like I had a couple hundred subscribers just from having a channel for a while, and I had posted a few motorcycle videos that weren't motovlogs, and that was like, okay, the content was doing well, but then I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and start doing the vlogging where the camera's on my helmet. Following Gary V's advice and just starting to be consistent, post good content, grab people in the first few seconds, stuff like that, I started to get a lot of views. And one of the things that was working was just having fun. And I think Gary V's like whole concept these days is like, do what you love, have fun, make content, help people. Like, his persona has evolved a little bit from being this like, in your face, F you kind of guy, to like more about just wanting to help people and bring value and all that. And so I started watching a lot of his content, and within like 2 or 3 months, I was starting to get like really good traction with YouTube Shorts. And I saw my views just going up and up, and I'm like, oh, cool, And I started on TikTok as well, which you can follow in my YouTube bio. And I got to like 1,000 followers in like no time at all. And I felt compelled to like send him a thank you, because I was just seeing all this traction. I think at the time I emailed him I did it in like 2 months. I got like 73,000 views on my YouTube channel. And so I emailed him. In his Day Trading Attention book, he gives you his email address. And he's like, keep me updated if you have any questions or whatever. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna send a thank you because like his book really helped. So I wrote this email and I talked specifically like numbers, like how my YouTube had grown, that I was seeing traction, that people were responding well, and that my TikTok, I was starting to get followers and things like that. And I said, I really love your books, and I just kind of started following you, and I bought all your stuff. And I purposefully added into that email stuff about Gary himself. Like I said, I can feel like your empathy in your content. Like you really desire to help people. And I said, your like love and light comes through the screen. And I just, thanked him, sent my links, and was like, okay, cool. I'm glad I was able to send him an email. I kid you not. 20 minutes later, he freaking writes back in the email. And I'm like, oh my gosh. It was definitely him because it was like a one-line email and he shortened one of the words. And I was like, yeah, this has to be him, right? And it said, thank you, Amy. This email means a lot to me. And he wrote like thank you as in like thank and then the letter U. That's how I knew it was him because he abbreviated U. And I was like, okay, he's a busy guy, right? Probably doesn't have a lot of time. Certainly wouldn't have expected him to actually respond to the email. But the fact that he did respond and he said it meant a lot to him, I was like, wow, it just kind of made my week. So I share this to just kind of lead into that he inspired me to create this motovlogging channel, and this is on my other YouTube. And the reason I'm talking about it on this channel is because I've begun wanting to document like what I'm doing on this other channel, because it's like really interesting to me, like just sort of playing with things, just testing, changing titles, changing thumbnails, putting up new stuff, and just having fun with social media, with branding, with content creation. I think that's just where I'm at in life right now, is like just about having fun. And so if you want to follow along for the journey, feel free to like and subscribe and come along and see what happens. Like I'll be perfectly honest and share what works and doesn't work. Like if something I try on social media like totally bombs, I will share it with you. And if something goes well, I will share it with you. So yeah, Gary Vee is awesome. Like I said, his new book is Day Trading Attention, and he just really dives deep into the mechanics of social media and like actual strategy that you can use for your content. So big heart to him for responding to my email, because like who does that, right? So anyways, gonna keep doing these lives or video uploads. My goal is to do it every weekday and just sort of post what I'm doing, what's going on, document, don't create is his whole thing, and share with you guys about my motovlog channel, which is my other YouTube. So if you're interested, keep following. I'll see you later.